Magic Mobility started manufacturing wheelchairs about 12 years ago, and they started out with a true four-wheel drive wheelchair, and it was an incredible chair. It would go through sand, snow, mud, would go over a 6-inch curb, and it was a tremendous vehicle. Unfortunately, it did great things outside, but it was predominantly an outdoor wheelchair. So they really had people asking, can we have something that's a little more versatile? So they came up with the X5, which of course is a mid-wheel drive version that will do some of those same aggressive things outdoors, but really is meant to be an indoor chair first and foremost. So we've been distributing their product for about 10 years now, and we're the sole distributor here in North America. People really want a chair that's customized and customizable. So we've always worked with other seating companies such as Amy Systems or Motion or Falcon. And we actually have a gentleman out of Texas who developed a seating system specifically for the Frontier. And he's had luck with it in some of the VAs. Not always for quads, but he found paraplegics that had reluctance to being in a power chair. And he found that with a sleeker design where he had actually moved the battery box back and was able to lower the seat to floor height, that people were a little more receptive to it, whereas maybe they wouldn't have wanted a power chair before. But now we actually have our own power seating that was actually designed and manufactured by Magic Mobility. And one of the cool things about it is our 12-inch seat elevator, because it goes higher than some of our competitors, but it's also quite a bit lighter. So if you're looking at a weight constriction on, say, a vehicle lift, our seat elevator, because it is lighter, is a great alternative. I'd like to show you some of the power options that we have available. The first one is our elevator. It's a 12-inch seat elevator, and it's done on a scissor mechanism as opposed to a post, so it feels a little bit more stable. You can do things like grab something out of the cabinet if you need to, or really kind of have some social interaction by being eye to eye with others. You actually have the option of either reduced drive or a complete drive lockout. So depending on the cognitive capabilities of whoever's using the chair, there, of course, are some people that don't understand that you can't do certain things. So we can actually do a complete drive lockout, or like, as I said, we can also do a reduced drive, which will take it down to 20% capacity. It's 50 degrees of tilt, which is great not only for pressure relief, but also for descending or going up inclines. It gives those who are using it a little bit higher level of comfort, so they don't feel like they're going to fall out of the chair as they're going up and down. It does tilt in its own axis, so it will actually pivot. So the seat to floor height can actually go as low as 16 inches and can go up from there, just depending on what the need is of the end user. When the chair is originally spec'd out and they send all the measurements in, usually the dealer and the therapist will, during the eval, will get all those measurements around, and we can configure the chair based on that. The weight of the unit with no power options is 248 pounds. Fully loaded with a seat elevator and everything would be around 350 pounds. We do have a weight capacity of 400 pounds. So it's meant to be a little bit heavier duty than, say, a standard one that would have a weight capacity of 250 or 300 pounds. The seat, as you see it now, is an MPS seat or a captain's seat, but it does have a little bit more support than a standard captain's seat. But we can also do a solid seat pan with this back, or we can do full rehab seating as well. We have different options for any kind of leg or footrest. We can do side mount or center mount, or in cases that it's not necessary, we can take them off completely and have nothing there. These are standard armrests. We can also do longer ones. We can do flip-up armrests. We can do, of course, swing away. We're also looking at doing more aftermarket, different positioning things as well. For example, we use a lot with Comfort Company with their seat backs and their cushions, and we're also looking at using or integrating more of their arms actually on our chairs. Andrew Shelley is really a unique character. We met him after he got into our chair. Our chair was the first chair he had ever owned, and he told us he was very nervous about being in a chair because he didn't want to be limited. So he was very excited to find our chair. And we were very very excited and very lucky to find him, because he's given us so much great insight, because he's an engineer himself.
For me, it's freedom. I mean, this chair, gives me the freedom to go where I want and when I want. Not only does it go through sand, rocks, snow, it's really capable indoors as well, really maneuverable indoors. And so, on a nice day, I can knock off work early and go hit up the beach. You know, and this chair does both. I've been through water about this deep. I've been, on the beach. I try to stay away from the salt water, but I've been through rivers and, water and no problems. You know, when I get home from the beach, I hose the chair down, hose all the salt off, and the sand will be like a pile of sand under my chair when I'm done. But it's fairly waterproof.
He does things like he goes to the beach. He likes to go on rocks with our chair, and he's taken it across the world to film a documentary beyond the chair. And he went to places like Thailand, New Zealand, and our chair went with them, and there was a crew there documenting the entire process.
It was the X5 that I owe my trip to that made it possible to go around the world. And you can check out my story at btcmovie.com. It's Beyond the Chair.
If somebody's interested in our chair, they can go to our website at www.mobility-usa.com, or they can call us at our office at 1-800-327-0681.
Innovation in Motion's Frontier X5. Transportation provided by the Braun Enter Van. www.braunability.com. Brought to you by the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation and Gold Pictures. Filmed on location at Universal Studios, California.